poverty, especially in a country where, we're described as having a triple challenge of inequality, poverty, and unemployment. And, since then, we haven't really done enough to address that. We see that with rising poverty levels in the country. We see that with persistent unemployment, especially youth unemployment. And we also see that with some of the highest rates of inequality in the world. So we have this problem, and it almost feels like a ticking time bomb with an economy that seems to be really well functioning on paper. So we have a lot of money as a country, especially a province like Gauteng, one of the richest parts of the continent, so much money here, and yet we're now starting to see this, people succumbing to malnutrition. What we see it as is not a crisis of a lack of food or of a crisis of food supply, but rather a crisis of governance and a crisis of redistribution or failure to redistribute what we have. So we have excess food. I think there's even food wastage issues in Gauteng that political parties have sounded the alarm on. But at the same time, we also have people who are dying of hunger. So we see it as a problem with how we, redistributive policy. Are we ensuring, as the governments of our country, are we equipping programs like the school nutrition program, child support grants, early childhood development, like those programs that ensure that there's food on the table every night for the most marginalized people? Are we actually equipping those programs to address this rising poverty? And more importantly, are we building, our economic policies in our country, how we tax South Africans and how we spend the money of our taxes? Are we ensuring that every single rand goes towards developing a country that works for everyone? Or is it that are those riches concentrated to a small proportion of our country? And that's what we diagnose as a problem in our country.